Where am I?
Favorite like bad boy or crime?
Some of them are very well known.
They also don't have to be boys. They can villainous females, which is
we've done an octopus. Like it doesn't.
I think I'll probably say like Chris Watts. I like how naughty Chris Watts got fucking naughty. That was a naughty time that boy was having.
Who is Chris Watts?
Chris Watts? There's like you haven't watched the Chris Watts footage?
For the listener.
Oh, he murdered his wife and little girls, and then just
yeah, that guy. Yeah, he was fucked up. We haven't talked about him on here though. I don't think.
Oh, you have to cover Chris Watts because he's like I mean, it's so funny. Like, also, I think the thing that's funny, the thing that's fucked up about Chris Watts is like the more footage you see of his wife, you're like, okay, well, this lady was also crazy. And I honestly think it was like a toss-up. I think that like one of them, somebody was always going to get murdered, and she could have easily been the murderer before him, but it was just a matter of timing that he did it first.
I remember like watching some of like YouTube videos and footage and stuff, and like up until like not knowing that he did it, I was watching him like, he seems like a good guy. He seems like he didn't do anything wrong. Clearly, his wife did leave him and was bad.
Well, yeah, not only like did she leave him, but also like the way she was like constantly. I mean, that bitch was posting too much. Okay. You can't have a bitch be posting that much, and she was there was the online component of their relationship was very strange. And look, I'm not about to be condoning anything Chris Watts did. No, but there's a part of it that's like, well, maybe like you don't get enough sleep.
She should have not posted as much.
She shouldn't have. She posted too much, and without consent. There was so much non-consensual posting.
You just can't be doing that.
You can't non-consensually post your husband, otherwise something really bad you'll end up in an oil field somewhere.
For the listeners, last week, very big on consent on this podcast. We're big fans.
How awesome is consent? I get consent every time.
But I'm so proud of you.
You have to get it. Oh, I make sure.
Frankly, I think we all do, and it goes without saying.
No, sometimes you have to say.
Sometimes you have to say. A lot of people.
We're letting the records show. We get consent.
I have a flawless consent record. I actually keep it in my pocket everywhere I go. I show every time I've gotten consent.
I do like when you go to the clinic and you have a medical checklist. I have a checklist of like, do you consent? And then optional, is it enthusiastic?
Yeah.
Do you have any food allergies while we're here?
Yeah. Because I like to put peanuts in my dick hole.
I am allergic to peanuts, though.
I do like to nut.
Yeah. It's fine.
That's the best way to nut. Put a peanut in there.
I don't know how that would work.
Think about how hard that nut would be to nut via a nut. To nut into a nut.
Is it shelled or unshelled?
You gotta go shelled. No, it's shelled.
Ribbed for your pleasure.
You have to come hard enough that you dissolve the shell. That's the
the pressure to rocket it out.
That's absolutely right. Listen how Canadian Skillshy is. Rocket it out.
Am I that Canadian?
Listen how
You're pretty Canadian, man.
You know what? You're fired. Get off the show.
All right.
Get on out of here. You gotta rock on out of the podcast. Look, like a peanut out of his dick hole. Wow, that's the kind of stuff he likes.
We don't do that on this show.
No, that's
we like to pretend that we're all normal people.
No, we save that for the Patreon.
I understand what kind of show this is. Do you guys have a Patreon?
We do.
Oh, wait, let me look at this. So is it the Patreon Bad Boy Crimes?
Bad Boy Crimes, yeah. We got some good stuff on there.
We have some good stuff on there?
Do we?
I don't know.
Oh boy.
There's stuff on there that people pay for it. Shout out to the listeners who are paying for it.
Here comes Uncle Nick to judge the page. I've had a Patreon or two in my day. So let's see.
I was a patron to your Patreon.
Let's see if this is a real Patreon. I mean, I'm just going to do a little inspecting.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Oh, so I see you have the number of subscribers hidden. Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. Might not be a Patreon.
As Kanye West says, we don't need to be broadcasting that information to people.
There's just no reason to.
You hide the likes. Everyone's equal.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's true.
We could have the same amount of patrons as My Favorite Murder.
So people can pay $1, $5, or $7, and I say for what?
Well, $1 gets you some great bonus content.
Nice. And what is $5?
You see some video clips and behind the scenes.
Oh, what everybody's aching for.
People like it.
I can't believe what kind of demand there is. Well, I walk out on the streets and I talk to people, I say, what do you not have enough of? And they say, behind the scenes content of Bad Boy Crimes, the podcast. I say, how can you get Bernie Sanders? How can you get Bernie Sanders to get you more behind the scenes content from Bad Boy Crimes, the podcast?
Look, I don't know. There's some good clips. We did a Pokemon unboxing video.
I forgot that's what Coach did.
I still do that. In a minute.
We had a sword clip. We did
nice.
We did a candy unboxing.
Do we have a gun
that's
clip?
great. You have a gun clip?
Do it? We could.
You gotta get a gun in there.
Well, I have a gun right here.
Yeah.
Damn. Put it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth. Oh, you look so... Dude, no, do that again. Do that again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, do it again. You look so fucking cool right now, dude. Oh, fuck. You have to do that in school. You gotta go to school and do that. Yeah, you have to. Dude, you have to go to a school and do that. You gotta stay in front of a school.
Show up at a prep school.
Yeah, you gotta go to. You have to show those.
Something with like a 20,000 a year.
My old K through 12 private school. I'm sure they have that content. Yeah.
Coach, I can't believe you're not fucking Chinese, dude.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Every time I look at you, I'm like, this is a Korean something. Like.
One of my roommates in college, he pegged me as half Mexican, half Japanese, which is very specific.
Well, the line between Mexican...
You're definitely not white. You're Italian, I'll give you that. But you're definitely a Caucasian.
Of a kind.
You look, you look maybe like maybe a pale Inuit. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if you told me that you were an Eskimo. No, but really, the line between Mexican and Asian gets thinner and thinner every year, and I don't know why that is. I think it might have always been that way. But they share the Philippines. Those are my co-host Daniel calls them island Mexicans.
That's true. He does say that.
They're island Mexicans right there.
If you like Daniel, his unreleased episode is now on the Bad Boy Crimes Patreon.
Why didn't you release that?
We did release it, and then we retconned season 1, as you do with a podcast.
Oh, I know all about that.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about consent and retconning.
Let's get into it.
We've got some non-consensual. No, I can't. No, I can't be doing this on the air.
Not for a fifth time.
Not for a fifth. Wow! How funny is Skillshy? Oh my god.
Anyway,
I don't think
we have
it's been
Nick.
5 exactly. It's been like 3
Look,
and a half.
I don't listen to the content. I do.
And who's to say what happened and it's fine? And we're not going to do anything about
Nobody knows. No, you can't. I'm certainly not taking any action in my private life. So what the hell is this show, guys?
It's a true crime podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
we
mostly talk about other things, and occasionally, sometimes we talk about crimes. Sometimes it's serious. The last week's episode, it was all crimes.
It was all crimes.
Very
That will not happen again, I promise.
And yeah, most of the time it's like I spend a minute struggling to read, and then I'm like, someone hit somebody with the car. Which is a funny bit, I think.
We talk about Like a woman burned down this dude's house because he wouldn't fuck her. That was a good one. It's just, there's crimes that any other true crime podcast would not talk about.
Yeah.
They will get suicided by the CIA.
And you guys think that's going to happen to you?
No, because it's behind a paywall.
No. Well, I mean,
Not. Don't tell them that it's not. They think that it is now.
My cousin works for the NSA. She's probably listened to this.
Oh, dude, you're definitely on a list.
And I don't know why. I've never done anything wrong in my life.
Well, except for steal Asian valor constantly and use it to your advantage.
First of all, I feel like passing as much as I do, I'm allowed to do that. Second of all, when has stealing Asian valor helped anybody?
That's true.
Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah, am I crazy rich? No.
Did they steal Asian? They're Asian. Did they steal Asian valor? Those were all real Asians in there. It'd be crazy.
I couldn't post online and be like, yes, finally a movie for me, Crazy Rich Asians. That wouldn't have flown. Not that I would have done that anyway.
Dude, it would have been crazy if somebody had infiltrated the cast of Crazy Rich Asians, just had their eyes blatantly taped back, just oh, so glad we're finally getting a moment. This is so momentous for our community, and it's Channing Tatum.
I was gonna say Lakeith Stanfield.
Yeah, it's Lakeith. Now Lakeith, if there's one man who can get away with it, it's certainly Loopy Lakeith.
His brain's not great, is it?
Dude, he is one. He is just. I guess people love him. But he's got fucking soupy ice cream in his head. There is nothing good going on up there, dude.
That's the case with half of the actors that exist, though. Either there's nothing up there, or it's just
evil up there.
The coolest actors are bad actors. People who suck at acting are always I guess Brad Pitt's not a great actor. Such a cool dude. The only actor you'd want to fucking hang out with. Who are some other motherfuckers like that? Sean Penn seems chill, notoriously chill guy. Never done anything weird.
Absolutely not.
Oh, Keanu Reeves, a bad actor who's just fucking cool. Cool guy to hang out with, I'm sure.
He's a cool guy.
Mm-hmm.
I saw him on the subway.
You saw him on the subway in Canada?
Yeah, he lives in Toronto.
He lives in Toronto?
Yeah.
Why?
He rides the fucking subway. He's a chill dude. That's why he has a motorcycle.
I guess
him on the podcast.
Every story about Keanu is he eats sandwiches at bus stops.
Every story is he's very sad, just eating alone in a restaurant.
Yeah, because his fucking kid died, and then his bitch died, and then and I guess he's still doing movies after that. I saw a great movie he directed called Man of Tai Chi. Have you seen that movie?
I have not seen that movie.
Oh, it fucking rocks. He's a good director.
I believe it. He's got a good brain, just not a good acting ability.
But I think the trade-off is if you're a good actor, you're definitely just completely untethered. And bad actors are the coolest people in the world.
Yeah, you can't be a good actor and do anything else.
Well, I know some people who are bad actors and have no careers, and they're still just horrible.
Well, no. So that's if you're a bad actor with no career, you're clearly delusional.
You have to be an actor.
But if you're a bad actor,
she's in some things.
Commercials
on TV.
Count.
Yeah, she was on something because someone on Facebook posted on her wall. I was like, I saw you in the background of this show. Glad your career's doing well.
Oh, nice.
Was
Damn.
It was it a reality show?
Oh, you know what?
I saw him in the background of Improbable Jokers.
I don't know.
I actually know who Coach is talking about because I hooked up with her.
Did you really?
Yeah, you can see us hooking up in the background of that show.
Okay, of course.
Yeah,
and the camera caught the consent.
That's actually the only reason why she's famous. It's because she hooked up with me in the background of NCIS.
She was an East Coast broad, so I'm sure it's possible.
Oh yeah. What's her first and last name and social security number?
Well,
what is this show supposed to be, guys? This can't be what the show.
This is the show, Nick.
This is the show. I think you guys cover crimes and stuff. Well,
we're just chilling.
The hangout.
Yes,
Okay,
Sean.
I didn't realize. See, look, I didn't do my homework. I didn't listen. I didn't realize there was such a hangout podcast. I think a hangout podcast is better than any kind
It's
of
a
podcast.
hangout. It's a hangout podcast, but like we're not that funny. We can't carry for an hour.
I've heard from Robbie that you're funny.
Thank you, Robbie.
Well, Robbie's only listened to episodes with me not on them, so he can't speak to me. Robbie also, let the record show, which I've done many times in the past, but what's one more time? He definitely also told me it would be funny if I died, which he later apologized for, to give him credit. But
Damn. How much do we love to show the record?
I'm a big fan of the record.
Oh, how shown is the record right now, dude?
It's consistently exposed.
That's a remark. I can't believe. I'm glad the record has been shown.
It's like a real record's gone wild.
Robbie and I have not had beef.
Well, yeah, because, Coach, I'll tell you, you can be a little antagonistic. And can I also tell you this? I feel like if I can, I might be talking out of class here. Maybe I'm stepping out of my station. But I feel like you can live in two worlds a little bit. Because I'll tell you what. I see how you're on the Reasonable Beef Discord. I see you in there being chummy with Harry Potter Disney fans, acting. I do.
The record is shown more than it ever
The
has.
record has never been more
I've
shown.
been outed as enjoying Marvel movies.
No, I did because you wear two little masks. Sometimes you be in the Calgary Discord, you're a little edgelord Pepe, and then you go in the Reasonable
I
Beef
was
Discord.
not ever edgelord Pepe.
You have little edgelord tendencies, and then you're in the Reasonable Beef Discord, and people don't think I see, but I see. I have my little ravens, like Game of Thrones, and you have a little bit
You're
of a
bored at
sword.
work and you're looking at Discord like everybody else, man.
That's right. Well, I have my little ravens, and you're doing a little soy face cosplay in the Reasonable Beef Discord. So I think that so really when you want to talk about sociopaths, Chris Watts types. I think we need to be very careful of Coach because he's proven that he's capable of inhabiting many different skins and facades, and something big is coming. Something very big.
Look, we're going to put all of Coach's dialogue in the Reasonable Beef Discord. It's going on the Patreon.
Well, they can't
there.
know about this podcast.
See that, and that's exactly what I'm saying. Look how secret. Look at the lives you're leading. You're leading so many lives, and all of them are complete falsehoods. I think I might have cut you too close to your core. Let me apologize. I shouldn't have cut off so strong.
First of all, I wouldn't say you're half right.
Well, I'm very perceptive.
Well, agree to disagree. I'm a man of many lives in the sense I've got a lot of interests, and I know that some audiences like certain things, and other audiences like other things. Which is fine.
To some people you're a Pepe. To some people you're a soy face. To some people you're a fucking Chinese guy. Look how many lives.
I think just to you, I'm a Chinese guy.
No, you're walking around. You're acting Chinese. You're eating rice on the train.
You're just pandering.
Yeah, that's total. I can't believe you're total pandering.
To Winnie the Pooh? Is that who I'm pandering to?
You're pandering to Chinese Keanu.
You just are who you hang around with. You're just a mirror.
That's true.
I am a little bit, but come on, who is it? Who is it?
You're right. You're absolutely right.
It's fine liking Marvel, and I can't be like, by the way, Trump is good sometimes.
Let me tell you something.
Discord, I would get shot.
Let me tell you something. I am completely joking, and I'm still breaking you down to your core. Look at the.
No, I'm leaning in.
It's never been more on display. Are you leaning in?
I am leaning in. I always lean in.
That's true.
But I need to let the record show, Nick.
No! Don't tell me about showing the record because I'm the king of showing records. I've shown the record more than you could ever hope to. You've never shown as many records as me. You thought you were showing the record, and then I had to show you how the record was shown, which is a classic move of mine.
I can tell.
You've been one-upped on the record.
Damn, this is a good podcast.
It's great.
Like,
This podcast rocks.
Yeah. We can't really carry much more than what we've done so far.
You look like hell yes. Put the gun back in your mouth, Coach. Hell yes,
I will
dude.
never.
You should put some Chinese in your mouth.
Okay.
You should put a Chinese weapon in your mouth.
How about Japanese?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, you can say, I'll let you be Japanese.
Oh wow! I actually just cut my finger on that.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
Hell yes, dude. That's so cool.
Sick.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
We did it.
fuck. What a...
The first live
Well,
injury.
you know what they say? If a katana is unsheathed, it has to draw blood. So that's just...
It literally did.
You just
if you guys could see that.
Oh.
Wow, you actually fucking
Brutal.
cut yourself. I mean, maybe you are a true Asian after all.
I don't think I'm stealing any valor.
No, if you cut yourself with a katana out of respect for the steel, you get to claim Asian for... I think you get to claim Asian for like 14 days now. You have a 14-day Asian
Are you letting
pass.
the record show, Nick?
The record... Well, if you look at the record, you'll see that you get to claim Asian for at least a
glad
fortnight.
I'm glad that you have the authority to give that.
Oh, I dole out Asian privilege all the time.
Yeah, I mean, because you're an ethically ambiguous man yourself, Nick. So defend the Taliban real quick.
Well, I've heard from a lot of my socialist friends that they're actually nice.
Yeah.
That we don't know if that's the whole thing is like we don't know if the Taliban are nice or not. They might be nice this time. It's been a long time, and they might be nice now.
People change, famously.
Oh, the Taliban! I've heard that the Taliban has been going through some very progressive changes. Dude, I don't know if we should be back. I mean, I will say it's very funny to like bully Robbie with Taliban, with all the funny business that the Taliban is up to. But I'm kind of like I don't know if we should be in fucking Afghanistan. It's obviously very fucked up what's going on over there. They're just commandeering airports. Yeah, it's sad. You know, they're not going to let ladies walk around and let their titties jiggle, which is a loss for us all. But
you know,
what are the upsides?
sometimes it can, sometimes it can be better.
It's a real yin-yang situation with the world.
The Taliban have big yin-yang energy.
You need the yang. And honestly, Andrew Yang, the Taliban yanging the yin of the Western world.
Oh, yeah. Do you think Taliban are Yang Gang? I heard Taliban are going to change their name to Yang Gang.
They should, honestly.
As an Asian man, I can confirm that.
Yeah. Yang. Now, how much do you love Andrew Yang? Because you look at him and he reminds you of your father, your biological father. Isn't that right?
Okay, well...
How represented are you when you see Andrew Yang?
Not very much, because he doesn't say WAP, and I need that Italian side as well.
Really?
Yeah. I'm also going to go get something to stop the bleeding.
Okay.
Wow, live injury, folks. Jesus.
This is what you pay for. This is honestly top-tier content.
Welcome to Asianhood, Coach.
He's gone.
He's done. He's going to bleed out. Coach is going to bleed out. This is going to be the last episode with Coach. And then we're going to have to do the podcast with Arthur permanently, probably.
I hope so.
How great would that be?
Arthur is great. There may be a spin-off Arthur podcast. Who's to say?
Oh, yeah, you have to.
I could do both. It's fine.
Did you guys see they're doing some fucking Spider-Man movie with all the Spider-Man in it?
I did see that,
The
yeah, because I
cartoon?
posted about it in the Reasonable Beef Discord, asshole.
Oh, is that what I'm reading at this very moment?
Maybe,
that's right. That's okay. That's why I thought of that.
I remember.
Because
you're the one looking at it and asking us about it.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I forgot. I was looking at Coach's shadow self. His soy shadow self.
Mega Coach.
How? Oh, that now.
You were just on Reasonable Beef doing an episode about the Suicide Squad, okay?
Yeah, that's right. And I think I'm pretty sure I called it stupid at some point. But
you also said you liked it.
I did like it. I did kind of like that movie.
It was fine. It's fun. It's whatever.
I think it's a different thing to be on the show and pander than to be in the Discord pandering.
Yeah, Coach, that's really true.
Okay, to
There's
be
no
fair,
clout
I do
to
not
be gained
pander
in the
as much
Discord.
as those other people.
I think those people are
I'm
genuine,
sorry.
actually.
I didn't mean to. I didn't look. How much of a spoon am I, dude? I come in here. I just like to stir things up. I see a pot. I got to get it all riled up.
I feel like you've been sitting on this for a while, and you're like, I've been waiting for the exact moment to just pull a fast one on Coach.
I'm going full spoon mode right now, if I'm being totally honest.
Yeah, okay.
Fair.
It is totally fair. So Tony Bartolone is walking around in the fucking living room.
Ah, fucking Tony.
Yeah, I know. I hope I make him like infamous through my podcast appearances.
You have so far.
I feel like I already
Anyway,
know that.
guys, we have Nick on the show.
Have you not introduced me?
Well, you go You need no
Yeah.
introduction. No?
No, everybody knows who this is.
Everybody knows.
Yeah, maybe I'll do all the little underling podcasts, all the little cretins who I've inspired. Maybe I'll do the Doug Zone.
Gotta go on the Doug Zone.
Gonna go on the Doug Zone with Jillian and Matt.
I didn't even know you knew the Doug Zone.
Oh yeah, well Matt
How would
came
you
out.
not know the Doug Zone?
Oh, it's one of the all-time. It's in terms
It's
of
the
Cretin,
greatest Doug Walker podcast that's ever existed.
in terms of Coward Hour Cretin spin-off podcasts. It's one of the premier ones. There's Bad Boy Crimes. There's the Doug Zone.
We're first, baby.
That's right. Oh, you guys are first. But the Doug Zone has a higher profile in my eyes.
It does actually. Today they have more Discord users than we do. So
Wait, really?
Yeah, the kids love Doug.
Is the Doug Zone popping off?
it's absolutely popping off.
How do I join?
Because what happened was somebody like called into the Procrastinators podcast, which is a gay podcast for like anime people or some shit. And they're like,
Right.
The Doug Zone exists. It's a podcast about Doug Walker. And they like
I,
said
I've
it on
sent
the
you
air.
an
So they
invite,
got
Nicholas.
Now, if the Doug Zone has too many listeners, I'm going to have a big problem. How do I?
what's too many? What too many compared to the Doom Scroll?
More than me at the moment. Although we haven't done our full launch yet. I mean, I'm already so down in the Doom Scroll. I can't be comparing myself to the Doug Zone, an established Cretan podcast of the Coward Hour spinoff group. What am I thinking? Yeah, no, let me just hang on. I just have to look up the Doug Zone really quick and make sure I'm not going to lose my fucking mind on Mike. Hang on. Okay, so here we go, the Doug Zone cast. Okay, all right. So let's see. Podbean here. Oh, they don't even have
Fucking
the
Podbean,
fucking
losers.
rights. Let me look Doug Zone Podbean because they have the these absolute boneheads have the wrong link in their Twitter profile. It's the link to the RSS feed, not the website. Only a
Idiots.
moron would make such a mistake. Now, how do I? Okay, let me see this.
I'm blaming Jillian for that one.
Our one loyal listener, Matt, is going to love this.
All right, now let's see. All right, I'm going to go into the Doug Zone Discord. Let's see how many listeners, there are 39 members. I don't like that right off the bat. That's a lot for a new podcast. That was certainly more than Coward Hour had.
Yeah.
So this is a big problem for me.
How do you think I feel?
Yeah, no,
There.
Skillshy is going to kill himself over the Doug Zone.
I never even got bigger than that.
positive.
How do I go to...
This is year 2, but
How do I go to...
I'm not as invested.
I'm going to post in the Doug Zone Discord how many downloads does the Doug Zone get, and think carefully about this answer.
I love starting drama.
Oh, we have to start drama, dude. Look, sorry, did you think this was what this podcast guest appearance was going to be?
Yeah, no, this is
Absolutely.
exact. I had a feeling my time had come, and I was to be judged. And also, you would bully the podcast in general, which is good.
Oh, yeah, you got to bully you guys.
I don't know that we have any listeners who enjoy the podcast.
Well, they
do.
will, now that I'm on it.
Now they will enjoy your appearance.
Oh, they're going to
Like,
like me.
oh yeah, finally they've gotten big enough to get the people we care about.
Now,
We
can I tell
had-
you something about
We
me?
had Brendan, we had Isaac.
Yeah,
you're
you're the second
cares.
of a certain old podcast to go on this show, Nick. So
Oh, yeah. Well, podcast that doesn't exist. I mean, apparently it doesn't exist anymore. It only exists on the dark web and on secret
It
mirror
exists
channels.
on
We
my
can't-
hard drive.
We can't acknowledge the existence of the unnamed podcast because it could mean horrible things for a
Well,
potential
how can
TBS
we-
cartoon pilot.
how can we, acknowledge something that doesn't exist?
It never existed. Well, that's the whole thing. The whole thing is when you realize that something was a mistake, it actually never existed.
Yeah. So what's it like starting a new podcast for the first time?
Fucking irritating. No, it's not. I love doing the show with Daniel and Isaac. I think it's only going to get better. I'm happy about the Doom Scroll. It's funny. There's new Like it's frustrating when like you establish. Well, I'm not gonna do this on mic, but I think what's interesting. The interesting thing now is like feeling out what the like having a podcast out without exactly knowing what the aesthetic is yet, and knowing that like that will come, but like I certainly miss like the unity of like knowing definitely what the old show was, and now it's like we're in like this weird like growing period where it's like okay. We got to figure out what's the vibe of this because, like, the aesthetic. Even like based on conversations, maybe the fucking art, like the art is temporary now, but like maybe the podcast art will change, the music will probably change, because all that shit is important. Like, I actually really like. I think that Bad Boy Crimes has a really great aesthetic to it. I love the art. I love the name. I think the name is very fucking funny.
Thank you.
Thank you for saying the first nice thing.
First thing that any guest has said.
Well, because I have to come down from the mountain and give you little treats, or else how are you gonna carry on?
That's I mean, I already
if I didn't hear that, I would probably retire from the podcast life.
Would you really? If I didn't come down and give you my little treats and blessings?
Yeah, I may have retired.
Do you love it when I praise you?
I need it, honestly.
Yeah, You like when I come down. You like when I come all the way down in my silken robes and I praise you for your little activities that you do.
Skillshy loves validation.
I don't get any. Everyone hates me.
You love when I come down and let you know that you're a good little boy, and that I've noticed how good you are.
Thank you.
Because to me, to you, I'm everything.
Having admitted to never listening to the episodes.
I'm just yeah.
Yeah, I'm the podcast favorite, and people still don't like me. People are still very mean to me.
Why are they so mean to you? I mean, I will say, you have a very different vibe in the chat than you do. Talking to you in person, I'm just like, this is not at all how I envision. I imagine Skillshy as like a squeaky little guy, and you look more like you look kind of like Chris Novoselic from Nirvana.
Interesting. I've gotten. What the fuck is that guy's name from Red Hot Chili Peppers? I accept Chris. That's fine.
Anthony Kiedis?
Yeah.
You're out of your mind.
I'm just saying what I've gotten.
Sorry, they're out of their mind. Whoever said that is way off base. Now maybe it's your wife and she's being nice.
No, it was not my wife.
I'm sorry. I'm not being too mean.
You're fine.
You just looked to the side and I was like, all right, let's just...
She's looking to his wife. She's not listening.
Is she over there? Can you see? Can you show me your wife really quick?
No, I will not.
Let me see your wife.
No, I cannot do that.
What kind of person
is her drawing? She drew
a snail.
There's my wife right there.
Yeah, just zoom in.
Is she? Now your wife
She's wearing white.
Yes, but what kind of person is she?
A woman.
Now,
very kind person.
We've discussed this type of person previously this episode.
Oh, hey, let me tell you something. That's a good kind of person to have at your side. I can tell you.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of that kind of person.
Me too.
We love those, and you know, there's so many of those kinds of people, which is really nice. They're right. I hope nobody hears this. Well, no, luckily for me, it's Bad Boy Crimes.
we got listeners all over the world.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Do you have a bunch of those kind of people who listen?
No. I really don't.
Well, that's good. I'm going to get canceled off of Bad Boy Crimes.
We've said much worse.
I have to be so careful. Because I literally, like, today I was, like, in a meeting with, I'm getting ready to, like, shoot I can only talk about this a little bit, but I'm getting ready to, like, work on a feature that I wrote in, like, November. And we had, like, a meeting today, like, with investors, and we're talking about like the money that's going to go into making this and like potential names that are attached, and I'm like, oh shit, I accidentally wound up like in the real part of the entertainment industry, and the problem is I have left a completely incriminating paper trail.
Well, luckily, a huge part of it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Well, it does though. So we put it on YouTube. It's back on YouTube.
Well, you could have stopped that.
No, I think I might have even accidentally encouraged. Accidentally, I mean, I
don't think you accidentally encouraged it. You were
if you look at my words, I said that would be horrible if you re-uploaded this. Don't do it. It would be a bad idea.
Well, you are. The record's showing.
The record is not. The record's pussy is splayed wide open for the webcam right now.
Gone wild.
The record has gone wild. Its titties are out. We're very aware of what the record has going on. We've seen all of its birthmarks, and we can tell how disgusting it is down there. It hasn't washed in a couple days, but that's what women are doing now, so that's okay.
It feels like in science class in like 9th grade when they show you the birth video. Like that's how.
Oh, that's the record.
That's on display.
I hated that.
Yeah, well, I was just like, I was like, this baby's in the way of that sexy pussy. I'm trying to get hard in class, and there's a fucking baby. How are you gonna?
That's the appropriate response.
How are you gonna get me turned on by a pussy and then throw a baby in front of it? Make me a pedophile? That's not right.
It is breeding pedophiles if you think about it.
It's totally.
I don't see this at all.
No, it's a pedophile psyop from the very jump. That's what
I'm too noble to be influenced by such things.
Yeah, I shouldn't have even said the last 2 minutes of it. Yeah, I have to be. You know what, man? I'm gonna fucking. I guess like
you're gonna quit the podcast, right?
There's only one way out for me, and that's to dive bomb my own career.
It's fine. We won't put your last name. We'll just put featuring Nick, and it'll be fine. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start doing what the real online boy does, where he just goes on every episode, every podcast as Mysterious Sam, mysterious Sam, the hooded, the masked pedophile.
How great is the real online boy?
He's great, dude. I'm writing a sketch for him that came to me in a dream. No, I literally
That seems like his aesthetic is your dreams.
I had a full-on dream that Sam was on SNL and that he had a breakout character, kind of like Stuart from Mad TV, but the character was the baby who actually wants to be molested. And so the sketch is you imagine that it's fucking Kyle Mooney or whatever, and he's going over to have dinner with Beck Bennett and Cecily Strong. And he's like, hey, where's your little tyke Sam? Did he already go to bed? And Beck Bennett's like, oh, Sam's going to be down in a minute. He's so precocious at this age. And Cecily Strong is like, yeah, he actually likes to dress himself. It's so cute. And then a door opens at the top of the stairs, and we see little Sam, the real online boy, in a bonnet with a pacifier in, a crop top that says Daddy's Little Slut, a diaper, and $500 Nikes on his feet. Just insanely expensive shoes. And he sachets downstairs in a disgustingly sexual fashion. And the parents go into the kitchen they're like, well, you two hang out. We're just going to go see how dinner's coming along. And Sam proceeds to wordlessly splay his legs and drape himself towards Kyle Mooney like he's asking for dick. And Kyle Mooney just gets more and more uncomfortable. And there's a point where little Sam turns around and reveals that his diaper is assless. And at this point, Kyle Mooney is yelling at he's like, stop, stop, leave me alone, don't touch me. And the dad comes in and he's like, don't yell at my son like that. And then goes back into the kitchen. And then the sketch, in my dream, the sketch culminated with a huge laugh when finally, Kyle Mooney is on his hands and knees, begging little Sam to stop implicating him in, child abuse. And little Sam, who has not spoken the whole sketch, takes the pacifier out of his mouth for the first time in 5 minutes, the first time that we've seen, and on the other end of the pacifier is not a binky, but it's a 9-inch black dildo that he's presumably been deep-throating the whole time, yeah. And I woke up from that, and I was like, I think that's the funniest thing that I'll ever write.
Kind of gay to be dreaming about it, though. Dude,
I woke up and I was like, I'm gay for this, but it was all worth it.
It is gay to dream about doing comedy.
Yeah. How funny is Skillshare, dude? Robbie's right. There is a secret. Skillshare has a lot of secret heaters that fly under the radar.
Yeah, that's kind of my thing. I'm not out loud funny.
No, sure you are. You guys are both out loud funny.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is a true crime podcast.
That's the bit, Nick.
Very serious.
Get it.
You get
it. Do you guys have any crimes you want to talk about?
We have to.
I did my homework, yeah.
Oh, nice.
I have Wikipedia opened up.
I did my homework, and I was going to talk about the Dark Knight Rises shooting in 2012.
Oh yeah, cool guy.
Cool guy.
Got the hair wrong, famously.
I think he seems, from my research, he was wearing a lot of military or like.
Yeah,
he was wearing a lot of gear. I'm like, he's more like Bane if you think about it.
Wasn't the Joker thing completely fabricated by the news?
Yeah.
I think
we're not talking about that.
Yeah. Oh, we're not? Okay.
No, because other podcasts have talked about that. So we only give you that real shit that nobody else will give you.
That real, that new?
That real. In 1670, George Salmanzar, he sold the Eiffel Tower to somebody. He didn't own it. That's a little tip for you.
So that's a major naughty boy crime.
Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that. People didn't like it. That's my understanding. Is people did not like that he did that.
Mm-hmm.
And I have an article here, and it's real bad. I don't understand anything that's happening in this article. I didn't. Mm-hmm. I pulled up this research.
Is that like a reading comprehension thing, or?
Probably, dude. Okay. Probably. It's a lot of like French words. It's talking about how he made up a language or something. I don't know, dude. I did all my research on the movie thing. Yeah, he made up a language, and people believed it. Even linguists thought it was real.
Yeah,
and then he told somebody that he owned the Eiffel Tower and he's going to sell it to them.
Hell yeah, that rocks. That's funny as shit.
Did he?
Yeah. He claimed that he was a cannibal who ingested viper's blood for breakfast.
That escalated.
Sacrificed thousands of young children every year to a Formosan god.
Did he just claim that? He didn't actually do it, right?
Yeah. That's too many children to be sacrificing.
Who's to say?
So I'm watching the Spider-Man trailer.
I haven't even watched it, Nick.
I haven't even watched it. Well, shut up, and I'll tell you what's happening.
I don't want to know. Don't spoil the trailer for him.
I'm going to tell you what's happening. I'll tell you what. The only way you're not getting it spoiled for you is if you leave your own podcast. So that's where you're at right now, buddy. I hate to break it to you, but I hold all the cards.
We had a great time when you were bleeding out. I was like, me and Nick, we're getting along pretty well.
I believe it.
Oh, when you left because you were bleeding, I looked at Skillshine. I said, "Finally,
dude.
Finally, he's gone and he's injured. I've only been begging for this
for 2 years."
Yeah,
we did discuss. It would be funny if you had died during that time.
I have a lot of confessions to make for you, Coach.
Really?
I've been casting spells on you for the past 2 years. I've been sending extreme negative vibes your way for the past 2 years.
Yeah, because for the past 2 years, my life has only been getting shittier.
Yep. That's because I've been doing hoodoo magic and in your direction.
Well, thank you.
Is that for a reason or just
why? Why me?
Is it just funny?
Well, because the Asian community has asked me to.
The Asians asked you to do hoodoo.
To exact retribution.
Because you part of the Asian community with your ethnic ambiguity?
No. The fact that I'm doing hoodoo should let you know I'm part of the black community.
Okay, of course.
And the blacks and the Asians have a very powerful alliance.
You can say it.
What, Candyman? I can say Candyman.
Okay.
Have you guys seen all the posters for Candyman just say it? Like, the tagline for the movie is "Say it," and I'm like,
have you seen the trailer for it?
Yeah, I didn't do. There's a part in that trailer when the woman, there's a piece of acting in that trailer that makes me go "fuck you" every time. It's when she claps and she goes, "Don't." I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what direction did they give that lady? Like,
you know what direction they gave her.
Yeah, I know what direction they gave her.
Yeah, as a member of the community, you know.
Yeah, play this one. Yeah, you play this like you're Rachel Dolezal. My direction is be more like Rachel Dolezal.
Okay, guys, I have some news about my crime.
Yeah.
What do you have to say?
I was reading the wrong article. It doesn't matter at this point. He sold the Eiffel Tower in the mid-20s, not the 1670s. I don't believe the Eiffel Tower existed then, which should have been a clue. It was erected in 1889. He claimed to be a government official, and he met up with city's scrap metal dealers and was like, look, we're going to take this shit down. Just you pay me for it, and you can sell all the scrap metal as you please. But this shit's out of here, dude. And the guy was so embarrassed that he fell for it that he was just like, look, you're free to go. I'm not going to press charges. You got me. Which I think is very noble.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
As a noble samurai guy, I think I can co-sign that.
If you get God good enough, you just have to let it go.
Yeah, I think that's right. If you get got by a, because what that guy think he was going to do? Fucking take it home with him?
I guess.
Well, he had a shrink ray. He's going to put it in his pocket.
It's possible.
Yeah, that's just. I mean, the egg is on your face if you buy the. I mean, it's worse than it's literally like the I'll sell you a bridge thing, but it's the fucking Eiffel Tower.
Less obtainable than a bridge, yeah.
Way less obtainable. I've actually bought some bridges. Okay, that it's not as hard as they make it out to be, but the Eiffel Tower is
very appealing to own a bridge.
Oh my god, you can cross it. It's incredible. But the Eiffel Tower is literally. I mean, it doesn't even serve a function. It's not even a piece of true infrastructure.
I mean, you could stand on it. That's pretty cool.
Get all the way up there. Maybe to hide from people.
Maybe to
that's what Coach thinks about. So if you wanted to know what kind of person he is, how telling was that? He's cut himself with a katana, and he's fantasizing about jumping from a high ledge. Well, this is somebody who's probably okay. Yeah, no. Don't worry about him. Don't keep an eye on him.
That's what I tell them every week. I'm like, guys, I'm fine.
My
life is in shambles, and I'm good.
I own a sword and a gun, and I can't stop putting them in my mouth. I'm fine. Leave me be.
It's not loaded, Nick.
I know, it looks so cool. When you put that gun in your mouth, I'm just like, I think that's probably Coach's destiny. It looks so cool. I think your destiny is probably to have a gun in your mouth.
We really got to
cool
speed
gun.
up. We got to speed up our rise to fame so you can get there sooner.
Oh, yeah.
I think you can't do it before we're famous.
I can do whatever I want. It's a free country. In America, unlike Canada, which is
not a free country.
Oh, yeah, dude. How fascistic is socialist Canada?
It's
the worst.
Fucked up, dude.
It's completely. You have that. Your president loves doing naughty little dress up.
Yeah.
Blackface.
Brown
he does
body.
do blackface.
He did black body, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, doing blackface down the whole body is so funny.
I feel like that's not as bad.
No, I mean, I feel like it's true. You truly start stealing valor when you put black makeup on your cock. It's like, no. You don't get to claim this.
Anybody.
It's not right. Yeah, it's not fooling anybody. It's little. That's not right.
I can guarantee you his dick is tiny.
Justin Trudeau?
Yeah, Mr. Trudeau.
Mr. Trudeau.
Why can you guarantee that?
I can guarantee it, dude.
Skillshare used to suck Justin Trudeau's dick. Skillshare
used to.
That's a bad boy crime.
The way Justin Trudeau would come home after a long night of doing down body, and he'd say, Skillshare, clean this off me.
Yeah.
And it's everywhere, Skillshare.
It's everywhere.
So I need you to clean that off, my little penis.
You know what? It didn't even cost me that much to do.
That's a good podcast.
A reversal.
That's funny.
It's funny. All right, Coach, do your stupid fucking crime.
All right,
make me look like an idiot.
All right, whatever. So, this crime is about Gertrude Banizewski. I don't fucking know. Gertrude. It's a dusty old bitch name.
Gertie.
And Gertrude is just some old broad. But before we get to Gertrude, we have to talk about old Sylvia and Jenny Likens. They had a shitbag mother who was jailed for shoplifting, and so the husband Lester arranged for the two girls to live with Gertrude, and they would like pay Gertrude like $20 a week or something. This was back in like the 60s, so it's not a little. Well, it's not a lot. I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched Mad Men. I don't know how much money is. But while Gertrude was getting the $20, things were fine. Things were, one might even say, good. But then started getting a little late on the payments, which you don't want to do. And so in response, Gertrude was like, I'm going to vent my frustration by, according to Wikipedia, beating their bare buttocks with various instruments, such as a 1/4 inch thick paddle. They also put it in metric for some reason.
For the rest of the world.
Yeah. Fuck that. One occasion, both girls were beaten approximately 15 times on the back with the aforementioned paddle. And that's because the girls ate too much food at the church supper.
It's for the people. You can't hog it all.
Yeah. And so at this time, Gertrude was hitting both of these girls. But eventually she pivots and focuses on just Sylvia because I guess, you got to specialize. Being a jack of all trades isn't really worth anything.
Right.
And I guess she was just jealous that Sylvia was hot, although I think Sylvia's still a teen, so that's weird. And then eventually she keeps beating her more and more and more. And then she's like, you know what? We should bring some more people in on this. So Gertrude gets her kids, which is several boys. I'm not going to name all their names because that sucks. But they're getting the boys in on beating Sylvia. And that wasn't enough. So then they're like, let's bring in the neighborhood. So they bring in the neighborhood kids to beat up Sylvia.
Takes a village to
what
raise
the
a child.
fuck?
Yeah, fuck women, am I right? A dude wouldn't do this. And then, yeah, they kept basically beating her, sexually abusing her, all of it. And then she died. Yeah, and so Gertrude, I think, gets life in prison. All of the children involved with beating Sylvia, basically nothing. Oh, is that Rita?
Yeah, Rita just hopped up.
Hello, Rita.
Hello, Rita. Margarita.
Rita, come here, baby. Hi.
Only the second cat to be on the podcast.
Hi, Rita. Oh my god, Rita's crushing her appearance right now.
Nailing it.
Yeah.
Hi, baby.
Hitting the high C.
Hi, Rita. Yeah, Rita's probably going to die soon, any day now.
Why?
She
just tell you that telepathically?
Yeah, I just have a feeling she's going to die any day now.
How old's Rita?
Nobody knows. She's going to die. But go on. What are you talking about, Coach? It was much more important. What are you talking about? Something that was made up? And meanwhile, Rita is actually sick and dying, which is a real crime. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. I got totally distracted by my cat that I see every day.
The Grim Reaper, the true bad boy of the week.
No, Nick, this is exactly how this podcast goes.
No, the Grim Reaper, now, he might be one of the all-time criminals. How many? Yes! Think about that.
He's doing a good job.
Think about how many people the Grim Reaper has killed. Now can you even count that?
Think about how many people have deserved it. It was their time.
Almost
That's
all
true.
of them, actually.
Probably
almost
all
every person who's died did deserve it.
Coach, you're Chinese. How many people, can you count as high as the Grim Reaper killed people?
I'm not one of those kind of Chinese.
Get out your abacus. Get your abacus out. Tell me how many people the Grim Reaper killed. Chop, 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 chop. Come on. Chop, chop, chopsticks. Come on.
It's so funny because this isn't even like the first time someone's been racist to me for being Chinese.
You are.
I'm not.
Let me tell you something. If somebody is racist to you for being Chinese, I think you actually get to claim it.
I know, that's what I said.
Because you have had the lived experience. You literally been discriminated against.
Yeah.
Wow, Coach is officially... I can't believe... Let the record show. Is the record being shown?
I don't think that the record's done anything but show this episode.
On that day, Coach went full Chinese, and he actually kind of got stuck there, not unlike Spider-Man: No Way Home. Imagine if you got pushed into a portal and you just were permanently a Chinese guy.
That's basically what happened when I moved to Austin. Moving to Austin was in many ways getting pushed through a portal. I don't know if there's a BPD girl involved with Spider-Man.
Oh no!
Maybe MJ will get there, but and then you're stuck in Austin with No Way Home.
Maybe you got pushed into the portal where Zendaya is actually now her character from Euphoria, and she's trying to get Spider-Man to do ecstasy and fuck her. I guess.
I don't think Dom would like that too much.
Dom would not. Oh God! Don't even talk to Dom about the way Spider-Man uses his dick, because he doesn't like it. I ask him all the time. I say to Dom all the time, Spider-Man's dick, do you think that he's circumcised? Do you think that he's all natural? Do you think he still has his balls? He might not have his balls. If you look at him in the suit, it's like, I think somebody cut Spider-Man's balls off.
No, I think he's wearing a cup.
No.
That's the logical thing to do.
No, I think that when he joined the Avengers building, Tony Stark held him down and shaved his balls off like he was a little dog that had to be reined in and taught how to behave. Guys, I'm sorry.
You're nailing it.
This podcast rocks. This is probably the best podcast I've ever done.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
I mean, most of the podcasts you've ever done don't exist. So
it doesn't exist. Yeah, most of the podcasts I've done are not around. Yo, Rita, come here, Rita.
I wish my cat would come out and hang.
What's your cat's name, Coach?
Emmy.
Oh, Emmy? What kind of cat is she?
She is a tortoiseshell.
Oh,
she's a sassy little bitch.
My girlfriend's roommate's cat is a tortoiseshell, and they have an interesting disposition.
That's a very political way of phrasing it. Yeah.
My girlfriend's roommate's cat is a tortoiseshell, so we have a connection.
No, that's not the implication there.
Yeah,
that's what I got.
All right, so Skillshot, are you want me to come after you now?
Come after me. There's only 4 minutes left of the podcast.
Yes, yeah. So this is when you want to start. I've been so nice to you. I've been giving you my little blessings and my praises, and now you're
I've gotten the blessing of being Japanese for 2 weeks because I cut myself on a sword by accident, which is very cool.
You're granted 1 fortnight of Asian heritage.
Go ahead,
that's my gift to you. Say it. and by say it, I mean the N-word, because apparently they're also allowed to say that.
Yeah. I'm not going to say it. Look, I famously had stopped people from saying it in a certain Discord.
That's true. You did. That's right.
That was my noble samurai disposition.
Maybe I'll just start saying Candyman instead of the other word. I'll just be like, oh, don't go there. There's a bunch of... Yeah, there's a lot of Candyman.
They should recut Candyman into just it being the N-word.
Just look in the mirror.
Get the real online boy. Get him in blackface.
Yes.
There's a sketch.
Him and Trudeau. The ultimate comedy duo, the funniest we've seen since Joe Piscopo and Danny DeVito were in Wise Guys in 1986.
Yeah.
Sure.
You're right, it is for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Look, I'm not going to fight you.
Can I see your wife?
No, you cannot see my wife.
Can you just pan over?
No.
It's a simple camera technique. Yeah, in the film industry, it's something you do called the pan over, and it's how you reveal your wife. So if you could, I mean, it's a classic. It's a common film technique. So I mean, maybe it's too complex for you to execute. It doesn't surprise me. You're not a professional individual.
He did work at Candy Factory.
I did drop out of film school actually because I could not figure out the pan over.
Yeah, because you also didn't. You were probably.
I got tilt up and down fine, but
the pan's not working.
I never got it.
Well, your problem was you were no pussy getting ass bitch, and so when they would tell you to pan over to your wife, you'd be like, I don't have anybody, I can't do anything, and then they fucking failed you out of film school because you couldn't pan over to your wife.
Yeah,
how about Skillshot? How about we talk about the Sweet Nikky parody Twitter account?
One of the ultimate crimes.
Yeah. Speaking of bad boy crimes,
everybody liked it. Everybody liked it.
Everybody
liked
great.
It was pretty good.
One of the most tasteless crimes I've ever borne witness to, and I was the victim. How wrong is that?
It's fine. My thing, and I've said this in the past, if I did that with Paul Dano, everything's fine.
That
happens. There are sweet Nikky Paul Dano accounts out there all the time. But
did you do it with the dog as well?
Yeah, you should have done it with the dog.
I thought you did.
No, somebody else did, right?
Oh,
no.
Or no? You actually didn't do it, right?
I was never funny enough to do a barn dog.
Wow. But you did do funny. Wasabi Goodwin.
Yeah, Wasabi Goodwin is pretty fucking good. Wasabi Goodwin was good. Skillshare might rock.
Thank you. See, it's funny to like own you, but Brendan doesn't have a personality. He's just funnier than me. And like, wow. I can't own him.
No, you're dead on. He's like, he is just like a cipher for like, he's just a totem for jokes.
Yeah, like I can't own him. I can't like say something that'll embarrass him or attack his personality in a way that'll upset.
That's not true.
That, he would just kill himself.
Yeah, no, you can absolutely. Let me tell you something. I promise you can do that. That's very possible.
I can't do it any worse than he does it publicly. Retconned publicly. But I could own you. That's funny. Everyone liked that when I made fun of your take on Snapchat filters. That was good. Everybody liked that.
Wait, what was my take on Snapchat filters?
What?
It was like when the gender swap Snapchat filter came out, and I was like, the CIA is trying to fuck you in alternate dimensions or something.
Oh,
Tim Kish retweeted it, and he's like, "This is an amazing Twitter."
Well, Tim's not right all the time.
You know, Tim is Tim is my arch nemesis.
How great was his YouTube channel, Nick?
It was great. I loved the Timmy Kick. I mean, I was on Goons. Who could forget Goons of Saturn playing Elevator Action Returns? I was there. I was the other guy on that show, and it did so well. I really helped it. I think that I got a lot of those views, but that's another partner that I had that decided to erase all trace of me, all the work that I put in, and it's just thankless every time. But what I have found is that in those type of situations, those people always get theirs. And they get it in a way that they don't like. They get it in a way that makes them learn a very hard lesson. So
you gotta you gotta hack into their spaces and delete all their content.
Well, I'm doing voodoo on them.
That's also good. That'll also work.
I'm doing Haitian, Bayou, New Orleans, biscuits and gravy, beans and cornbread, hoodoo on all these guys, and they will learn. They will learn the scorn of a fierce black woman.
So are you coming out as? Yeah, I was gonna say, are you coming out as trans right now?
You get a new opinion on those Snapchat filters?
Yeah, yeah, they should have a Snapchat. Oh yeah, didn't they? They had Snapchat filters that like let you do digital blackface. I forgot.
Did they really?
Yeah, there was kind of there was like a Snapchat filter that like made you because some celebrity I think it let people like morph their face into like a black celebrity. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
So that's like more like just making you look black, like not one that's like capital B blackface.
Yeah, no. There's not like a little like racist ass. Like, yeah, no.
Yeah, no little black Sambo.
No, well, you can't even say that word.
It's a book.
And they don't let you say. Have you noticed that you can't say any words anymore? What is going on? It's so unfair.
My friend had a copy of that book.
I knew a girl who had little. It was, I talked about the story on one of the first episodes of Coward Hour.
What?
I don't know. I have no idea what that is. Yeah. But I dated a crazy person who had little black Sambo dolls. Like in her grandmother had them in like a little glass like bookshelf thing that she had. Just
it's a compelling story. It is. Some tigers turn into butter. It's great.
Yeah. And it all ends up okay in the end, right?
Yeah, I think he eats like pancakes or something with the tiger butter.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah,
eating some pancakes with tiger butter.
That's not a bad boy crime. That's a bad boy act of heroism.
That's just good boy business.
Now that's another podcast.
Good boy business.
Yeah.
That would be good for like every week you do a new idea on how to become a millionaire.
Good boy business?
Yeah, good boy
or
business.
it could be you and Arthur can retool the How Does It Work podcast.
Okay,
Oh,
it's not
yeah.
announced yet. That's not announced yet.
We talked about it before. Fuck off.
What is it?
It's a possible, not yet confirmed podcast spin-off with Arthur.
Really? You guys are actually doing stuff with Arthur? That's cool.
Yeah,
Arthur's great.
I was amazed that he did the show because it's like I don't think he listened to Coward Hour. He was just like
No, he
Robbie's
didn't.
roommate.
You did not listen.
Arthur's
to Coward
awesome,
Hour.
dude.
I love
I loved watching. When I went to Robbie's place in Brooklyn, I would just watch Arthur play XCOM 2, and I was like, this guy fucking rocks. He's crushing it against these aliens.
Oh, Arthur's a great gamer.
He's one of the all-time gamers I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I remember sitting just absolutely entranced, eating little fried clams from Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box fried. No, I'm sorry, White Castle fried clams. Watching Arthur murk aliens on XCOM, and I was like, "This is such a nice evening."
He's turned into a real samurai. He's gotten very much into Sekiro.
Shadows Die Twice.
That's
Yeah.
the one. He has
Mhm.
samurai hair also.
Yeah, Arthur's a cool. Arthur's a fucking slick ass pimp.
You should have him on Doomscroll.
Arthur has total. No, we will not be doing that. Don't ever tell me how to run my podcast.
Okay.
Look, we've
Don't
been in the podcast industry almost 2 years now.
Right,
Yeah.
this is my first new podcast. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But I'll
yeah,
tell you- let me
you're
tell you
the
something.
rookie.
Oh yeah, okay. We're having a fun little moment. That's nice. It's funny little. But
Oh,
Skillshy, if we can, let's break because I don't do this sketch stuff that I've edited characters, all this bullshit. That's this podcast. I don't do that kind of shit. Okay, don't ever tell me how to run my podcast because if you do, I'm gonna come all the way up to Canada. I'm gonna find out what kind of person your wife is. Okay.
I can help with that.
Yeah, and that's see, look, Coach is gonna
Yeah,
have it.
turning against me.
How
I
awesome
I
is
have
that?
you-
no loyalty
Yes,
to anybody.
I'm
other
gonna
than
be
myself.
peeking your windows. I'm gonna be
I've
looking.
defended you against every cancellation that's come your way, except the real one.
Coach, or me.
Yeah.
What real one?
The one on Twitter.
Is Coach canceled?
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
canceled. Yeah. I got canceled because I tweeted something disparaging about what I was like, bi women who date like cis men want to be the most oppressed people on the planet.
That's correct.
It's
That's
just
a very
literally
correct take.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's literally
every
right.
bi woman I've ever met. I can't tell you how many women are like, I'm bisexual and I'm married to
Cool.
a white man.
like
I'm just married to a straight white guy. I've also never had a relationship with a woman, but I'm bisexual.
And like that's great if you like actually like I don't fucking care, but like don't act
No,
like
yeah.
your life is hard because you're married to a white guy and you're also
Oh,
probably white.
Nothing is funnier to me than people who talk about bi erasure. Because I'm like, you erased your damn self. You married a straight guy. Like,
Be poly, then you're not erased.
bitch, you done flip the pencil around and rub that eraser on your damn self.
But yeah, no, people did not like my tweet.
Just like
Yeah.
Doodle Bob.
Some
Yeah, you
some
got
like
in a little bit of trouble.
biphobia Twitter account like retweeted me and then like first day I just got people telling me to kill myself and I was just like, this is funny.
That's awesome. They were trying to do some coach erasure in retaliation.
And I'm still here
Yep,
for
you
now.
made it.
It was touch and
Every
go there a little bit
cancellation
with my,
except that one. I was there.
The only cancellations that exist are your wife thinking I'm sexist, which isn't true. I love women.
Oh, you're sexist?
I'm not sexist.
He's total sexist, dude.
He
I
is.
feel like I'm looking at Coach's house. I'm like, this is a fucking pussy pad if I've ever seen one.
Thank you.
I'm like,
guess.
there's a Roomba. Remember when I tell you what I see? I see a Roomba. I see a gaming chair. I see a shelf full of are those books or DVDs?
Those are books.
Those are
for
books.
sure.
Over,
That's a pussy pad. That's total
Over-
pussy pad.
over to the extra length that way is
Mhm.
Blu-rays.
And what's
You have a shoe rack.
okay.
You live alone and you have a 3-shelf shoe rack filled to
It's
the
a
brim.
2-shelf shoe rack. Okay, it's not 3.
This is total. I mean, it's total pussy pad energy. I can see the stains on the floor from how wet the pussy's got, and I'm sure that there will be wet pussies returning there.
Don't forget to mention the banjo.
Oh, yeah, there's a
holy
band.
fuck! You do have a banjo.
Yeah.
That actually rocks, dude.
Look, you'd be surprised at how little pussy I get. Or would you? I don't know.
No, I was doing a bit. So, how sick is the bit of Coach getting pussy?
No, but, okay. Like everyone, it goes It comes
in waves. Oh no! Oh, look, I know all about the waves, dude. Don't get believe me, cresting and crashing all the time. You never know when the tide's gonna come in. It's hard.
No, it was coming in. Well, I was going other places, but yeah, it was.
Where to Thailand? Are you going to Thailand?
Yeah, I'm not big on Thailand.
You're not big on Thailand. You actually look like a guy who's big on Thailand.
I'm not big on Thailand.
As in, you look like you were born there.
Why can't it be Japanese, Nick? Why can't it be Japanese?
Actually, Coach, I've decided that you cut yourself again with a sword and you get to be a lady boy for the next 2 weeks.
No.
That's you. You get to be a lady boy. Congratulations. Ding, 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 ding. You won. Total lady boy.
Assigned trans by Nick.
You get to be trans for 2 weeks, and then you're going back. I don't care how hard it is.
You have to come out to everyone you know.
And you have to come out.
I'm not being trans.
You have to get on.
You know I don't believe in non-binary people. I'm not being fucking trans.
Oh no, you're not going to be non-binary. You're going to be a beautiful Thai woman, okay? And you're going to go on hormones. You're going to get implants.
For 2 weeks.
And then you're going back. And if you keep them,
you got to get a BBL.
You gotta get a BBL, and if you keep that BBL a day longer than your contract to be a beautiful Thai woman, you are canceled. Violation Twitter is coming back to lock your account. That's not going to be fun for anybody.
I think I had a blast with it.
Yeah.
It's all in good fun.
Yeah, I mean, Robbie said it would be funny if I die. A bunch of gay teens told me I should kill myself.
You are a sport, dude. I have to come in. You've taken this bullying like a champ. You guys are both fucking awesome.
Well, some of us getting a little bit more bullying than the other ones. So I've done nothing to deserve it. It's because you think I can handle it. I get it. It goes without saying.
You're funny. You're just a very funny person.
Funny looking.
No, hang on. No, look, I get to be sincere here. I've had my fun. I've played my little games. I've cast my voodoo spells. Now I'll be a little nice, okay? Here's what it's really. You say one person is getting it worse than the other, but you forget how much ire Skillshy caught for literally years.
I was publicly shamed.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of like the national hero of the Doom Scroll podcast.
You are.
Discord.
No, you are.
So
you literally are.
I do deserve a little bit of.
No, Skillshy used to message me. I would turn to my friends in real life and I would say, "Oh my God, Skillshy, what do I do?" And they would say, "Ignore him.
Yeah.
Don't engage.
Fair.
Don't say it.
Don't say it. Whatever you do, don't say Skillshy's name in the mirror 3 times."
That's true.
He was the Candyman.
Yeah, total Candyman.
I was in like
Not
a year and a half
he's-
manic spiral.
You were? Okay, I thought so, yeah, because there would be there would be so much Skillshy activity where I'd be like, "Oh, we gotta get Skillshy out of my life."
How about the bit about the Baltimore flag? That was good.
That was a great bit.
Yeah.
The bit about the Baltimore flag?
The Maryland flag, I said it.
Yeah, Maryland flag.
I called it like an optical illusion taxi.
It's a gay flag, Nick. I'm sorry.
It sucks.
No, that flag rocks, dude. That flag
It's
rocks.
so bad.
Oh, it's so cool. It's probably
Dude,
it might be the all-time flag.
Y'all fucking Maryland people love that flag.
We love that.
Yeah.
We
You
love.
come down to my state, the good state of Virginia, and you fucking hang that goddamn flag. Get the fuck
Are
out.
you from Virginia originally?
Yeah.
What part?
Richmond?
Oh, when did you leave Richmond?
2016.
Oh, so I was like going to Richmond like around the same time that you were living there. I wonder if we ever crossed paths.
Perhaps we did. And it led us to this moment. And I have a little voodoo doll on my desk at work that wards off the bad vibes.
No, it doesn't, because I'll tell you why. I can tell you something I know about your voodoo doll.
No, well, tell me something about it, Nick.
It's much smaller, a much bigger voodoo doll.
Really?
Yes.
It's pretty big. It's pretty large.
No, you have no idea what kind of voodoo doll I have.
Well, you send me your voodoo doll, I'll send you mine.
Oh, no, I'll tell you what it is. I have one of those full-on... You know how they make those pocket pussies where there's a whole woman attached? Those,
Yeah,
like, sex
the new
dolls?
Tesla one just dropped.
I did see that, yeah.
I've got a little sex doll, and I taped the eyes back and put Coach's mullet on it, and I stick little pincushions in that. I get people with COVID to cough in its mouth. I put little Band-Aids. I write my boogers on it. And that's just some down on the bayou, good old-fashioned Popeye's hoodoo that I'm sending your way. And so...
It's working.
I'm glad it certainly has been. I'm glad to know why my life has been bad ever since I started listening to a podcast that doesn't exist anymore.
It never existed. What are you talking? Nobody knows what you're talking about. That's a side effect. I'll tell you what. That's unfortunately a side effect of the hoodoo is that you've lost your mind.
Yeah.
I only know Nick as the bartender in the Robert Benford video.
Oh yeah, how good was that?
That's how I know Nick.
God, how great is my performance and everything that I do?
It's top tier,
including this, because this has all been a performance.
It has. I don't know what you expected.
No, this is exactly what I was expecting.
Exactly what we expected.
Because here's how psychotic I am. If I was not as tired, I would probably actually be myself. But when for me, going into low power mode is coming on a podcast and just doing an exhausting character for 75 minutes. But it's easier than just being Coach Skillshy, how are you? What's up?
Good. I didn't kill myself today. How are you?
No, you actually think about doing that?
No.
Okay, good. Because that would be a genuine shame. That would be unhappy if that happened.
Yeah, because then who would tell people who are friends with White OJ to not say the N word? It wouldn't be Isaac because he didn't do it.
Yeah, Isaac's scared.
Yeah.
Oh no! Please give yourself more credit. Coach is the
look. We like Isaac. He was on the show recently.
Yeah, we've had every member of the Doom Scroll podcast.
What's that meme?
Bad Boy Crimes.
What's that meme?
Kingmakers.
What's that meme of the guy fucking? No, it's the wolf with all the arrows in it. I'm trying to think. What's the meme of the guy fucking holding the thing back, and it's oh fuck.
I know you're the wolf's jumping in front of Little Red Riding Hood, and he's got all the arrows in him.
Well, no, there's that, but there's also one where it's a guy stopping a train. Oh yeah, it's Superman. Yeah. It's Superman stopping the train, and Superman is Coach, and the train is White OJ saying the N-word.
White OJ, what a heel turn.
Total heel turn for White OJ. I'm glad that he's doing stand-up. This is the most inside a podcast could possibly be.
Hey, no, it's started okay, and by this point,
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, I'm going to
the crimes they got what they wanted.
I'm going to have to go do the Doug Zone to make up for this.
They're not taking guests. They're too exclusive.
Yeah. Oh, they'll have me on.
Well,
oh, honey.
I have some sway, Nick. I'm going to lobby hard.
Nah, the Doug Zone is definitely having me on. I can't wait to talk to the Doug Zone.
I'll be on first.
No, you're not going to be on first. You want to know why?
Yep. Tell me why, Nick.
Because I'm going to dunk your hoodoo doll on a little... you know what I have?
Like a phoenix, I'm going to rise from the ashes.
I actually have a pot of... I have a pot of hot lava. Yeah, I got lava from a volcano, and I'm going to dunk your hoodoo doll in it.
Well, I'm going to just, summon more power with my samurai blood and the katana. I'm going to get on the Doom Scroll podcast. I'm going to give you a piece of my mind whether you want it or not.
No, that's actually not the rules of the game, so you're actually cheating if you do that.
Okay.
I think you're
just making up the rules, Nick. I think you're just making up the rules.
Actually, if you start summoning more power, then I'm actually not playing anymore, and I'm going to go home.
Okay, yeah. Take your ball and go home. That's fine.
I'm taking my balls, and I'm going home.
Who's to say how many balls those are?
Nobody really knows. Yeah, I have little Benoit balls, or what do they call those? Not Benoit.
Yeah, I have those little meditation ball things. Yeah, I've got it.
Benoit is for the anus, right?
No, it's for the vagina.
Oh, is it?
Same thing.
I think so. Yeah, I think
you would know.
Tighten it. I don't know. I don't like too tight of a pussy, to be honest with you.
You don't like it too tight of a pussy.
There's a little bit of mechanical difficulties.
And you mean for yourself because you're officially a Thai ladyboy for the next 2 weeks.
I'm not. I'm not a Thai ladyboy.
I heard. You know what? Can I tell you what I heard?
What have you heard, Nick?
I heard that you were a Thai ladyboy.
I've also heard that actually very recently.
Skillshy, you joke about being trans. Shut the fuck up. Do not bring this on me. I will throw it back at you, bud.
But in all these bits, I am from Canada.
Coach, you're the man, dude. You've put up with so much bullshit today.
I deserve a purple heart for that.
You're going to get a purple heart.
literally suffering.
You're gonna get it. I'm gonna pin a Purple Heart to your chest that says honorary Asian. Guys, is this a good episode?
I've had fun. I mean, I don't really care if I don't listen to it, so I don't give a shit.
This is great.
Middling to upper tier episode.
I thought this was probably the best one you've ever had.
Well, maybe if you listen to one, you know for sure.
Well, maybe I listened to it.
I feel like we've retconned better episodes.
It's really that bad?
No, I think this episode will do better than our retconned episodes.
This is a total S tier episode.
All right, I accept.
For me, it might have been like a good B tier, but I think for the audience, it'll be an S tier.
This is an S tier for sure.
Yeah.
It's what the people have been waiting for.
Yeah, they've really been waiting for me to get my comeuppance.
No, hang on. This is not a real. I don't want you to. This is not a real comeuppance. I like both of you guys very much. No, I honestly want to do this podcast again. This was really fun. This has been very relaxing. I'm laying in bed with Yeti Nano mic on my chest. I mean, this is fun.
That's how you got it. That's how you got a podcast. Just chilling.
Oh yeah, you podcast like nothing matters.
Truly,
I can see. Matters. I don't know why my mic is so fucking loud.
Yeah, it's very loud. I'm gonna hopefully fix
this.
We'll fix it
probably.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
No, it was way worse. It was way worse when we started.
Yeah,
well, I got it. I have it. I've just got to rest. It's never this loud. I mean, it's very clear. It's a high quality. I can afford very high quality mics.
What mic do you have?
It's a blue. It says a Yeti. This mic says blue
Yeti,
but it says Yeti Nano when I plug it into my computer. But it says blue on the mic.
Oh, all right. I've been thinking I need to get a new mic, but I don't know. Who cares?
Well,
who really cares? Yeah. Everything's fine. Nobody
for my
listens.
Streaming. It's for my streaming.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that you stream. I need to tune in. I think I tuned into your streams a couple times. Coach rocks.
Okay.
Coach does rock. We love Coach.
Coach rocks. But unfortunately, he has so many different faces. It's hard to know which one I really like.
The man of 21 faces.
Who's to say? Oh, that's a great episode. The Mystery Man of 21 Faces. Listeners, listen to it again. It's a good one.
Go back in time. Listen to that episode.
Do you know who I think the
all-time great?
Do you know who I think the bad boy criminal of this episode was?
Who's that?
I think it might have been me.
Ooh.
Probably.
I think I came on. I was rude.
You came on strong.
Rule
I'll say
number
that
one
much.
of some places is don't be rude.
Well, all things must return to the sand and the sea from whence they came.
I think me and Coach have enough of like, hey, how's it going? Everything's fine energy. And I think we needed this little shake-up.
Yeah, you did. Because
I was up on a high horse.
You were on a higher, and I was noticing.
I don't take you down.
Because apparently you keep a close eye on me, Nick, which I find very concerning.
Oh, I watch. Let me tell you something. I keep a close eye on everybody. I have my little ravens. I go out, I look. Nothing. Yeah, that's right. Nothing gets by me, and anything can be, used as an advantage.
We're not so different, you and I.
We're not. And that's why. I mean, that's why I had to go toe to toe with you today, because I recognized a worthy opponent.
Iron sharpens iron, baby.
Iron. Oh, that's absolutely right. Well, that's a fucking lyric from. What's that Every Time I Die song? Underwater bimbos from outer space. I remember that's like the bridge.
Isn't it also in the Bible, the good book?
Yes, it is, and there's a lot of Bible verses in that Every Time I Die album as well, but I just like it in that song the best. If they said it in the Bible, like, if the verse in the Bible was screamed the way it's screamed on that Every Time I Die album, that'd be so sick.
I feel like at least me, I'm out of steam on this.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry for doing this to you. This literally was like an act of terrorism. You can cut out the past 20 minutes of this episode.
No, I will not. He's not going to do that. He's going to fix your audio. He's going to fix it. Air quotes.
I'm going to hopefully. I'll put a compressor on it. I'll do I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know.
You got a week to figure it out, skill shy. You're not getting the Patreon money for nothing.
I just want to say this. I genuinely had a very fun time doing this with you guys. I would like to do this. I hope you'll have me back on. This was very fun.
Of course, you're always welcome.
I'll think about it.
I will welcome you. If Coach is on vacation, you're probably third in line to be second mic.
Well, no.
We're gonna have the Doug Zone on again. Well, yeah, we're gonna have the Doug Zone on before you, and I'm gonna be on the Doug Zone before you, Nick.
No, I gotta go terrorize the Doug Zone. I think I'm gonna go do the Doug Zone tomorrow night.
You're not. Not if I have anything to say about it.
I'm gonna go message the Doug Zone and see if I can do it tonight.
I don't think they'll start recording for you.
Yeah, the Doug Zone's gonna have me on in 1 hour.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you.
That's the episode.
Yeah.
It's fine. Do you want to plug your stupid thing? Your lovely podcast? Sorry.
Because this will be out next Monday, so maybe it exists by then.
Yeah, we should have the full launch by then. Yeah, I have a new podcast with Isaac Hirsch and Daniel Cabral, who were guests on my old podcast, Carrot Hour. It's called The Doom Scroll. It's fun. I think it's going to be good. Oh, thanks, guys. Thanks for listening.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
It's a good show. We like Isaac. We like Daniel.
They're my two favorite guests on
that
podcast that didn't exist.
That was kind of my thinking. Is if I'm going to do another one, it should be the Dream Team. So I was like, I'll get those motherfuckers. I got to listen to Isaac's episode of this show.
Yeah, listen to that one. We also have that famous cartoonist Brennan Crick.
I cannot wait for Skeleton Roommate, man.
It's going to be great. It's coming out.
Right.
Oh, you're not going to believe
it's coming out.
Oh, you're not going to believe how much Skeleton Roommate comes out. It'll be probably as shown as the record. When
Skeleton Roommate comes out, that's when I'll be a Thai lady boy. How about that?
That's
on the record.
Well, I mean, you don't fucking write a check that your pussy can't cash there, Coach, because it's definitely coming out.
Well, I'm an honorable man. I think we've all learned that by the end of this little adventure.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever happens, happens. And if I disappear off the face of the planet one way or the other, just know that maybe I'm a Thai
This show
lady
will
boy.
go on.
Yeah.
That's what we'll remember.
I'll tell you something right now. I can see it, and that you're going to be a beautiful little girl.
Thank you.
All right, guys. I have to go. I better get the fuck off this
out of here, Nick.
podcast.